Airlines canceled over 76,000 flights last year and quietly kept billions in refunds they legally owed passengers. Ever wonder why you always end up with a travel credit instead of your actual money? Today, I'll explain airline refund rules like you're 5 years old. By the end, you'll know exactly what to say, what to click, and what to do when they try to keep your cash. Quick note, this is legal education, not legal advice. Rules vary by situation, so check your specific case or contact the Department of Transportation directly. It's free to reach them, and they're genuinely there to help you. You booked a flight 3 months ago, you planned around it, you packed, and you're ready to go. Then it's the night before, and your phone buzzes. Your flight is canceled, and a follow-up email arrives just 20 minutes later. It basically says, "We've issued you a travel credit, valid for 12 months. Thanks for flying with us. Your name, your $400, gone." Except not gone. Sitting in their bank account earning interest while you figure out how to use a credit you never asked for. And here's the part that stings even more. If you never use that credit before it expires, the airline keeps the money permanently. No follow-up, no reminder, no refund. That's not customer service. That's a company running a calculated bet that you don't know the rules. The moment an airline cancels your flight, a federal rule kicks in automatically. Not maybe, not sometimes. Every single time, without exception, you are entitled to a full cash refund. Not a voucher, not a credit, not points. Cash back to your original payment method. That's the Department of Transportation's refund rule, and it's been federal policy for years. The airline knows this, and they're counting on the fact that you don't. So why does everyone end up with a travel credit? Because airlines don't lead with the refund, they lead with the credit. They make it extremely easy to click Accept Credit and very inconvenient to find the refund option. Their interface is not an accident. It's a funnel built by engineers who were told to reduce refund payouts. Millions of people walk into it every year. Studies on choice architecture show that when a default option is pre-selected, the vast majority of users never change it. Airlines know this. The button exists. It's just not the big green one. But before we get to what you actually do, you need to understand when this rule applies, because this is where it gets interesting. The rule applies when the airline cancels. Full stop. No asterisks. No unless it's weather. No unless it's a force of nature. If they cancel the flight, you are owed a refund. Period. Even if a hurricane shut down every airport on the eastern seaboard, even if it was completely beyond their control, doesn't matter. Their cancellation, your refund. Most people assume weather cancellations fall into some legal gray zone. They assume wrong. The airline still owes you the money. No exceptions for acts of God hiding in the fine print. Here's the plot twist that makes people absolutely furious when they find out. Ready? If you voluntarily cancel the flight yourself, completely different story. Now the airline's terms kick in. Now you're arguing about fare classes and change fees and non-refundable ticket language. All that fine print you skimmed at checkout? That's your problem now. But the second they cancel, their terms don't matter anymore. Federal law overrides them entirely. Think of it like rock, paper, scissors. Their terms are scissors. Federal law is rock. The moment they cancel, rock wins. Every time. Also, yes, airlines wrote 17 pages of terms and conditions hoping you'd never learn that one sentence of federal law erases most of it. Now here's where this gets complicated. Stay with me, because this is the part airlines exploit the most. What counts as a cancellation? Obviously, a canceled flight is a cancellation. But what about a flight that wasn't officially canceled, just quietly changed? Your flight moved from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Your direct flight became 2 connections, adding hours to your travel day and a layover you never agreed to. They switched your departure airport to one 40 miles away. Is that a cancellation? Under the DOT's updated rules, yes. Significant changes qualify. A departure or arrival shift of more than 3 hours on domestic flights, more than 6 hours on international, a switch from direct to connecting, a downgrade in cabin class, an airport change. In any of those situations, you are still entitled to a full refund if you choose not to accept the change. "We didn't cancel your flight, we just moved it 10 hours," is not a defense. Legally, it never was. Here's what that looks like in practice. The airline sends you an email. It says something like, "We've made a change to your itinerary. We've automatically rebooked you on the next available flight. Click here to confirm." What they're hoping you don't notice? Clicking confirm means you accepted the new flight. And once you accept, you've walked away from the refund. The email is carefully written by someone whose job is to make that outcome feel inevitable. It isn't. So what do you actually do? 4 steps. This is where you get your money back. Step 1. Do not accept anything. If there's been a cancellation or a significant change, don't click accept. Don't take the credit. Don't rebook through their app. The moment you accept an alternative, you've signaled you're okay with the outcome. Sit on your hands until you know where you stand. Step 2. Contact the airline and use the specific word refund. Not I want my money back. Not I don't want the credit. The word is refund. Ask for a cash refund to your original payment method. That exact phrase invokes the federal rule, whether the agent acknowledges it or not. If they say it's not available, ask to speak to someone who can process one. Stay calm. Stay specific. Repeat the word. Step 3. If they stall or send you back to the credit screen, file a complaint with the Department of Transportation. The website is airconsumer.dot.gov. It takes about 10 minutes. It matters more than people think. Airlines are scored on refund compliance by the DOT. A complaint creates an official paper trail that also gives your credit card company ammunition if it comes to that. The DOT received over 90,000 aviation consumer complaints in a single recent year. Refund issues were among the top categories. Your complaint is not disappearing into a void. Step 4. Dispute the charge with your credit card. This is the move people forget they have. If the airline canceled your flight and refused a refund, that's a service not rendered. Your credit card can initiate a chargeback. You'll need documentation, the cancellation notice, your refund request, and the airline's response or non-response. Screenshot everything the moment it happens. Your phone is your evidence locker. Here's something the script on refunds usually leaves out. If your flight was significantly delayed, not canceled, just delayed, the rules are different. A delay alone doesn't automatically trigger the refund right the way a cancellation does. But here's where it gets interesting again. If the airline delays your flight long enough that you miss a connecting flight, and that misconnection causes you to cancel the whole trip yourself, you may still have a refund argument because the chain of events started with them. That's not a guarantee. But it's a conversation worth having with the DOT. And it's exactly the kind of thing airlines are counting on you not knowing to ask about. It looks like the answer. It's designed to look like the answer. You now know it isn't. The refund button exists. It's less prominent, it's harder to find, and they built it that way on purpose. But it's there. And federally, the moment they canceled, the money was already yours. An airline that cancels your flight and keeps your money is running one play. Bet that you feel powerless and move on. You're not powerless. You have a federal rule, a government complaint portal, and a credit card dispute process. That's 3 moves they didn't tell you about. And unlike a travel credit that quietly expires on a Tuesday while you're busy living your life, those 3 moves don't have an expiration date. Here's the question I want you to think about. Should airlines face automatic fines every time they withhold a refund they legally owe? Or is knowing your rights enough protection on its own? Drop your answer in the comments. And if they ever kept your money after a cancellation, tell me exactly what they said when you asked for it back.